They were able to keep it close in the gold medal game, but one thing remained very clear as the USA was celebrating a gold medal victory against the Canadians. The better team won that game, and Canada has some catching up to do. Let's talk about it, shall we? So yes, Hockey Canada now has a little bit of work to do as they fall on the women's side to the US in the gold medal game. 2 losses against the Americans in this tournament. And if you watched the first one, the second one is surprising because it was all USA and they were all over the Canadians. And that second game, Canada was able to hold on as much as they could. But I don't think you can watch those games and come away with any thought other than the US is ahead right now. And like when you watch that first one, we talk about how, oh, well, it's, these two teams don't really get tested. It looked like those games. Like it looked like USA against Sweden or whoever in the international competition. It didn't look like a Canada-USA game. The second one did, but the second game, again, it was more reliant on Debian being awesome between the pipes and just trying to hold on and then getting somewhat of a transition opportunity and trying to break your way through. Canada looked slower, Canada looked less talented, and they just didn't look as good as their American counterparts. And it is difficult to criticize because this is a golden era of women's hockey for this country. Not only when looking at Olympic medals or world championship medals or anything like that, but these are the players that, along with obviously help from the American side as well, but these are the players that have helped get them their opportunities with the PWHL and the rivalry series and all of that. Like because of how good on both sides, but right now we're talking about the Canadians, how good those players have been, the interest was there to help really usher in this new era for women's hockey in this country and in North America. But there needs to be a new wave. And you can't just go, okay, well, Sarah Fillier is going to be our next MPP and everything's going to be fine. Because that is just wildly misunderstanding why they were able to go from the Cassie Campbell, Pascal, Haley Wickenheiser era into the Murray-Philippe Poulin era. It wasn't just MPP came and, oh, we were saved and everything went back to normal. It was her, it was Nurse, it was Jenner, it was Spooner, it was Mashmeyer in goal. It was this wave of players who were able to usher in, like I said, a different era for this team. And there isn't that. It's Fillier and then the vets, basically, that this team was reliant on. That there has not been enough focus on getting another layer of skill and talent developed and up to this caliber and getting it ready. And so right now, they are on the back foot. And they have some catching up to do. The U.S. has done a very good job of utilizing the NCAA and obviously the PWHL as well. I'm now interested to see how Canada goes about that. There's incredible hockey talent all over, right? Like finding the talent isn't the problem. It is acclimating that talent into your system and getting them ready for the highest level that this sport has to offer, and that is Canada against the US in a best-on-best competition. They have not done a good enough job of bringing younger players into that system and letting them know what this level is like, and so now they do feel like they are a step behind. And I think the biggest factor is just not learning lessons from some of the close calls. Like you think back to when the US was going for the empty net goal and it hit the post and the Canadians were able to come back, tie the game and eventually win it. It felt like they had a couple of those where they would lose in the round robin. When it got to the championship time, they would squeak out a victory. And it felt like Hockey Canada's response was, well, there you go. Got it again. Being Canadian was all it took. And just wanting it more and playing it the right way and all of those things. That was enough for evil to be vanquished once again. And not taking lessons from, okay, it's great, we won, let's celebrate. We need to get better because they're getting better and it's very close. And if you were to judge it honestly, there was a few games that I think Canada won that maybe the deserve to win a meter might be tilted over to the American side of things. So hopefully now this is a wake-up call that the talent is there. The experience is there. Like if you want to, you can have a lot of these players back to help guide this next generation to where they need to get to, but you need to start implementing that because they are very obviously behind the Americans now in terms of a program. And that was on, I think, full display at the Olympics in what was a dramatic, incredible game to close things out in the gold medal game. But I think it is clear Canada's just not where the Americans are at right now. What do you think? Am I off base? Or is there something else that maybe is separating these two sides that I'm not looking at? Let me know. If you're watching, let me know in the comments. Or if you're listening, hit me up over on social media and we can talk about it there. But one thing I also want you to do is hit that share button. If you're watching this on the video, I guess you can share podcast episodes too. Hit that share button and send this out to a few of your hockey watching friends, and we can keep the discussion going with all of them. Again, really focusing on trying to grow this as much as I can while doing some other jobs and all of that, but really focusing on trying to grow this as much as we can. And you guys sharing those videos is a gigantic help in that process. So I would greatly appreciate that.